Guys, I'm back. I'm back with another one. We're just going to be having a little look at BTC first. We're going to be breaking down USDT dominance today, BTC dominance, total 2, total 3, and just see where the market could potentially be going. And then we're going to have a little look through altcoins, like we have done previously, against BTC, against USDT dominance. So yeah, let's get straight into it, guys. So as we all know, the US presidential elections are coming up very, very shortly. And we're going to have a little look at BTC, see where we could potentially be going. So let's have a little look at BTC. I've got my volume profile in here. And you can see why we're in this range. We're in this range because this is where most of the volume at the minute is being traded. I still have an area of interest in BTC around between 64.8 and 63, which is the monthly point of control. We've got the main point of control at around 63.1. So these are the areas that I'm looking at where we could potentially be long. If we do something like this big candle here, if we fall through really drastically, then that'll invalidate where I want to take a long. So I'm just keeping an eye. But you could, at this area here, which is a high level resistance area, we've dropped significantly from that area. Then we dropped at about 9% from that area. We are getting bought back up fairly quick, which is, this is on the weekly. Just going to remove that daily fair value gap. So if we have a little look here, there's a weekly fair value gap now there between 64 and 65.2. So I'll keep an eye on them areas. They're potential longs, but like I say, if we see a candle like that does come through, fires through fairly quick, then it could be an area to go long. But I will let you know, if I do go long, I probably won't go long, because it's been exactly the same for however many days it's been now. It's just chop, 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 and it's just literally wiping people out left, right and centre. When people are trying to catch tops, people are trying to catch bottoms, and then you end up holding a coin that you don't really want to hold in your day trades. So let's go over to the BTC dominance. BTC dominance just keeps going up and up and up. These are another area of interest. That was a weekly bearish fair value gap. We have got another area which is at around 72%, which does mean altcoins will get absolutely smashed again. That's a potential 20% move up from where we are at the minute. So I'd be very careful with your longs. I'd be very, very careful with your longs at the minute. But that, it does look like it's going to end up possibly coming up through here. Like I say, this is a weekly bear. This has now fired through it. We're probably going to come back in and retest it. I were looking at something like this. Looks like it's invalidated that now. So we've got a potential move like this coming on in BTC dominance. And then hopefully a breakdown. Like I say, I'm not saying that's going to happen. This is just my prediction. Not financial advice. But we've also got this on the stochastic. We're at an area of interest where it has dropped previously on the stochastic. It never even came back down into the 50% zone. It just dropped to around 63 and then pumped off once again. So I'd be very, very careful with what you're wanting to do in the market at the minute, especially with the election coming up, because there's going to be a lot of volatility. If you're holding altcoins, you're probably being absolutely annihilated and you're getting smashed, which ain't good. Your safest asset, personally, is BTC at the minute. So keep your eye on BTC, like I've just said. There is a lot of volume coming in dominance as well. As you can see, it did taper off here, but then it pumped again. Let's have a little look at USDT dominance. This is what I will potentially looking at in USDT dominance. We have started to slowly break down. We're at the value area high in dominance. This is a weekly trend that we are in at the minute. Possible break of structure there. We did come back above. We are underneath that structure. But the move that could potentially be happening in USDT dominance, if people start to put money on risk on assets, is about 18% drop. If we can get another drop down, that's about 30%, which means your altcoins will run. And then possibly the bigger move, which is going to be about 70% drop. But you've got to play it by ear, and you've just got to keep your eye on these sort of things. You know, it's probabilities that we're playing with in trading. It's not a guaranteed. Like I say, it's just a probability. Let's go into total 2. There were the two scenarios that we're looking at in total 2. It looks like the second scenario is playing out at the minute. So I would keep an eye on them. These areas that we're in at the minute. You know, we do want to see it push as much as we can. Most volume is around here where we're at, which is 885 billion at the minute. So there are your scenarios. We do want to see some take off soon with alts. If not, like I say, you're just going to end up holding on to bags that you don't really want to hold on to. You want to, before you want to do your long-term longs, you want to look at the strength against BTC. You know, technical analysis is what we do, and all we're trying to do is find probabilities of where coins may push from or drop, and then you take your longs or your shorts. That's what it is with trading. It's not a given. It's not, you know, one of them things where you'd be like, oh yeah, it's definitely going to do that, or it's definitely going to do this. It's a probability game. Right. We're going to start with Suet. There's not much data to play with Suet. We've got about a year and a bit data. But this is an area where it, you know, it's touched it a few times. If we do start to break down, Sui will drop slightly. It's had its push. You know, you had your low. You know, just even using, like I've said previously, just using your stochastic and just waiting to see when it does these sort of moves. You know, it did a low on price there, and then it did a lower low on price there, a low on the stochastic, and then a higher low, and then it did push off. That was in August, and we had a 500% move in SUI. You want to really see it hold this area, which was a prior resistance, prior support, prior resistance. You want to see it hold this area and then push off again. That's what we'll be looking for in SUI against BTC. We'll have a look at Dogecoin and BTC. And we've got plenty of data to play with. So as you can see, in March 21, it did take off from it. That was in April 21, sorry. Whereas this time round, in April, it did the complete opposite and dropped a good 50%, whereas in 2021, in around April, it went up nearly 1,300% against BTC. So, but we are in a downtrend with it at the minute, and the stochastic is up at the highs. You know, you've got the stochastic making a higher high. You've got the chart making a higher low. So I'd be very, very careful with your altcoins at the minute. Like I keep saying, they don't look good at all. Just trying to think of another coin we'll do. We'll do Atom and BTC. Another one that doesn't look too good, to be honest with you. Where's this? Try to look for April 21. Let's have a little look at April 21. April. We had a good 200% move against BTC. But at the minute, it's probably the lowest. It is the lowest it's ever been. You know, if you were in it, we had a little bit of a push from here, October, but it wasn't a massive push. You did get a 50% move, but then from that 50% move, if you'd held that coin, I think it were up at about $9-10. It might have been. Can't remember what it actually was. You know, and it's down 80% now. If you've not taken your profit there. But did it really break structure on BTC versus Atom? Not really. So your long-term hold didn't look too good. We'll do a quick one on Storage. All altcoins are in a massive downtrend, and we're not breaking that downtrend at the minute. August 23 to December, we got a 230% move, but we are in a downtrend. You can clearly see we're in a downtrend. It's not difficult to see that we are in a major downtrend in most coins. Do AVAX. Yeah, most coins are absolutely getting wrecked against BTC. No, it's not something that you really want to be getting into at the minute. We'll have a little look at AVE. AVE is in a downtrend as well on the weekly against BTC. That is your point of interest. We did go up around April time, May time. We went up 150%. We've dropped, I think, 50 since then. No, 33 since then. So you really want to see, like, you want to see it come up and hold on this supply zone and then for it to push again. If not, it could potentially be doing something like this against BTC. Like I say, these coins against BTC are not looking too good at the minute. They're just, most coins are absolutely getting wrecked. But keep your eye on these areas. That's why you want to have a little look at the coin against BTC, even having a look at the coin against the USDT. Let me just remove that. Remove that. Just remove them 1 second. And then we'll have a little look. This is my new series that's coming up. It's taking me a while to do it because I've got 10 months worth of data to go through to try and get all these set up. But so far, in my new series, I'm doing MYNE Crypto. He does premium signals, and I'm just having a little look at how good his signals are. And at the minute, they're looking fairly promising. He's better with longs than shorts, if I'm being honest with you. Most of the longs that I've looked at have been winners so far, what I've been going through. I can't really give much more data apart from I am trying my best to try and get through these as quick as I can, but it is taking a while. So we've got AVE. AVE's probably one of the stronger coins against BTC. So I'd be watching AVE. If we do manage to get a push, AVE might take off. I'm going to have a little look at ICP, BTC. Well, that's as flat as you can probably get one. That is a major supply area. At the minute, we're in a demand area. But some of these coins, if BTC dominance keeps going, and nobody's really interested in these altcoins. You know, to me, this would be an area of interest to look for a long. But before you can even try and go for a long, it needs to break structure. And at the minute, it's not really breaking much structure. Your meme coins are the ones that are probably doing the best. So we'll look at. And it's mostly your new meme coins that are doing the best against BTC at the minute. But the question is, how many meme coins do you want to put in your portfolio? Because if meme coins take a shit, they take a shit bad. And then you start holding not a lot, really. Well, the meme coins have got whiff. So you haven't really got much data with whiff against BTC. Volume is tapering off though. You're seeing all the volume coming in here. Lots of selling pressure. That's why whiff dropped so much. Let's just have a little look at whiff. It's pretty obvious with most of these coins where they're going to end up going. And if I'm being honest, whiff eventually will probably come back under where it actually started, which were around $1. Probably will come back down under here. But it's a fairly new coin. March, it got released, and we're only really a few months into it. Let's have a little look at Woo. You can clearly see when it starts to get up at these areas. You know, that one in March, it wasn't, you know, over $0.50 what it was worth, and since then it has dropped significantly, nearly 100% from March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months. And your coins have been absolutely smashed. Woo BTC, let's have a little look. See, most of these coins aren't looking good at all. So, my overall take on it all is your safest asset at the minute to be in is BTC. The big boys are playing with BTC now. The big boys aren't interested in these. It doesn't look like retail has actually come back into the market either. That's my personal opinion. It looks like when people are coming into the market, they only want one coin, and that's BTC. They're not interested in these shitty coins. You know, you can clearly see when they do get interested in them and they get up to a certain area, they're cashing out as quickly as they can. And what they'll start to do is, like here, see, you have gone long here in October last year. If you've got a move of nearly 300%, you're going to cash out. Why would you then hold it for it to drop back below even your entry? You're going to cash out. Got one more coin that I want to have a little look at, and then I'm going to look at Total 3 as well. This is a fairly new coin as well. That were October 23. So what, we're about a year into this coin. You know, and you can clearly see with most of these coins that they're getting absolutely smashed against BTC. Lower than they've ever been before. 90% of them are lower than they've ever been before. So I'd be very, very careful with what you want to do with altcoins. At the minute, I'm sitting on cash. Obviously, I've got BTC, but I don't really want to be getting involved in these coins when they're actually getting smashed against BTC. Why would you want to? I know everybody wants to find a bottom, and get rich tomorrow, but my personal opinion, you're not gonna get rich tomorrow. You need to find certain areas of interest and wait for them coins to come up above them areas of interest. If they're not, then just leave the coin alone. Sit on your hands. I've said it previously, sit on your fucking hands. You don't need to just try and catch a bottom. Wait for the market to show you its hand, and then take you long, take you short. When you're scalping, it's completely different. It's a lot harder because you've got to make a split decision there and then. So, there's certain areas to keep an eye on. You're looking at August here, 24. It bottomed out. It made a higher low there. Price made a lower low here. And then you could have rode it all the way back up to $6 and then cashed out, which would have been a decent move. It's a 70% move. But it has come back down fairly quick. Like I say, these big boys, they're in and out of the market as quick as they can be. The point of control in TIA at the minute is at around $5.09. So if we do get a push, then we're potentially coming up to around $5.09. But at the minute, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realise that is a major downtrend, and we are not breaking that trend yet. Even here, we never broke the trend. We continue to go down. So, like I said, but most coins are at the lows of the lows. I don't know if most coins can go any lower than what they're going. Well, they could. But, are we in an area now with altcoins where you could potentially be getting a buy-in? Or are we going to continue this downtrend into 2025? That's the question. So I'm going to have a little look at Total 3, and then I'll have a little look at Total 3. Total 3 is trying to push up at the minute. It's holding above the value area high at the minute. We do want to see it get above this, but I've seen this many times. We get a lot of chop, and then it just dumps, and then you start holding coins that you don't really want to be holding. So there's also another thing that I want to chain exposed at the minute. Where we're at, supply is in profit 97%, and supply in loss is 2%. I've shown this over and over again. When supply's in a 50% down, and they're in a loss, it generally pushes off. But at the minute, supply is in major profit. Major profit. So when you keep hearing all these sausages on Twitter saying, blah, 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 it's going to do this, it's going to go to 245,000, it's going to do this. Don't trust them. They're all full of crap. You are their exit liquidity. And that's as simple as it can be. They're laughing at you. So I would do your own TA, and I would look at these certain areas. Like I say, supply is in a profit at the minute. A lot of profit at the minute. So I'd be very, very careful what you're doing in these markets. So we'll look at this. when it loads. This one, we are in the overheated zone, and we have been there prior, and we could stay there for a long time. But when we are in this overheated zone, we generally will drop back in. But we've also got this here. Normally your market top shows you here, 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 and here. We're nowhere near that area at the minute. So we need to just, you know, like I say, supply is in profit, but I don't think we're at the market top yet. We may drop down into the areas what most people don't want to drop in before we do push off. So keep your eye on them. Don't forget, I've got some links in my description for crypto whale pumps, for James and his Baccarat indicators. I'm also going to be doing my shorts. I'm going to still do them. If I take a trade today, I will do a short on the trade and why I've taken the trade. It's probably going to be a quick scalp in and out. Any long-term trades, I will let you know in my next YouTube video. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out of here, guys. Happy trading.